Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today, so let's start with WWE has a lot planned, and the January 5th episode of SmackDown did not disappoint with its New Year's Revolution special. This episode of the Blue brand also brought a lot of momentum to the Royal Rumble event. Kevin Owens and Santos Escobar faced off during the first match on SmackDown's New Year's Revolution episode this week. This match was a hard-fought battle, with the winner receiving the United States title at the Royal Rumble tournament. Logan Paul was at ringside for this match. He has been very vocal but has not mentioned his CryptoZoo scandal at all. He focused on the match between Santos Escobar and Kevin Owens, mocking both competitors during the contest. Kevin Owens ended up winning and cementing his match against Logan Paul in St. Petersburg. That match was hinted at a while ago and KO was expected to win the tournament. What are your thoughts on this Royal Rumble booking? The next story is about during the January 5th episode of WWE SmackDown, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits made their way to the ring as a well-dressed faction. Then Lashley started hyping the crowd about how he didn't get the results he wanted in 2023, but at least he teamed up with Street Profits. After Bobby Lashley announced that he was in the 2024 Royal Rumble event, the screen went black. Then Karrion Kross and Scarlett came out. Suddenly, AOP jumped Lashley and Street Profits in the middle of the ring. The team of Karrion Kross and AOP demolished Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits in brutal fashion. This was quite the return for the authors of pain on WWE. It was previously reported that Paul Ellering was spotted in Vancouver ahead of WWE SmackDown this week. This made many fans suspect that AOP was coming back. That's exactly what happened. What are your thoughts on WWE's plan for AOP on SmackDown this week? Next we have Liv Morgan was arrested on December 14th at 6:30 p.m. for possession of marijuana, not exceeding 20 grams, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of drugs, potentially synthetic cannabinoids. It's been a messy situation as Liv Morgan awaits her return to WWE, but now we have some updates. The Wrestling Observer newsletter noted that Liv Morgan has retained the services of Jack Goldberger, who is a well-known criminal defense attorney in Florida. He already had her synthetic marijuana charges dropped. Regarding Liv Morgan and her arrest a few weeks ago, she hired Jack Goldberger, one of the best criminal defense attorneys in Florida. The state dropped the synthetic marijuana charge, which was a felony, and transferred the marijuana case to another division, which has not yet been filed. At this point, it will most likely be a misdemeanor charge, and most Florida first-time marijuana offenders will pay the $100 fee and get the charge dropped without anything appearing on their record. It was previously reported that Liv Morgan's recent arrest is not expected to change any plans for her WWE return. The company has already penciled it in for a 2024 return, and that doesn't seem likely to change. Rumors are swirling that Liv Morgan may have taken the heat for someone else. We'll see if that shows up in her trial. Looks like Liv Morgan is more than ready to fight anything in court with this new legal backing. What are your thoughts on Liv Morgan's arrest situation? The next story is about Mercedes' money gained recognition and star status in Japan, especially in promotions such as NJPW and Stardom. Despite her more than a year hiatus from WWE, a senior WWE official is confident of her eventual return. Moan made headlines with her sudden departure from WWE during the May 2022 episode of Monday Night Raw, which sent shockwaves through the wrestling community. After leaving WWE, she focused on building her own brand and cultivating a distinct identity in the wrestling world. Earlier reports indicated ongoing negotiations between Mercedes Money and WWE regarding her return, raising anticipation for a possible return at the Royal Rumble. However, it appears that these negotiations ultimately did not come to a successful conclusion. Interestingly, there is still a lot of talk about Money return to WWE. According to PW Insider, it has been reported that WWE would be more than happy to have Moan return to the company. It was further noted that one of WWE's higher-ups is confident in securing Mercedes Money. WWE sources noted that several factors, including the change in ownership and Paul Levesque's firmly established creative regime, set the stage for both parties to rekindle their relationship and potentially make a return for Varnado. We're told the company would absolutely love to have her back, and they've made that clear, and that there have at least been early discussions between the parties. One WWE source was confident about her eventual return as Sasha Banks, but cautioned that nothing is ever official until a deal is signed. Before anyone asks, we haven't heard from her in AEW or New Japan since, but one would think that AEW would want to swoop in and make a big offer to add some oomph to their first quarter of 2024. Reports also suggest that an AEW debut for Mercedes Money is not out of the question at this point. There's also a good reason why Mercedes Money hasn't signed with AEW yet. Money and JPW theme song was also recently removed from Spotify. We'll have to wait and see what Mercedes Money eventually becomes. What are your thoughts on Mercedes Money next step in professional wrestling? Where do you think they'll end up next? The next story is about The Rock made a surprise appearance on the 2024 Day 1 edition of WWE Raw and hinted at the possibility of a match against WWE World Champion Roman Reigns. This funny encounter aroused a lot of interest among fans. However, according to Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com, a match between The Rock and Roman Reigns appears to be the direction WWE is heading for WrestleMania 40, although nothing has been officially confirmed yet. Creative plans for this potential blockbuster are being kept under wraps, and no official announcements have been made. Meltzer also noted that The Rock vs. WrestleMania sponsorship revenue is estimated to be over $20 million, making this match very attractive to potential sponsors. While traditional pay-per-view buys may not be a significant factor, the potential for this match to drive viewership and engagement on WWE's non-linear television platforms is significant. Meltzer said the Cody Rhodes fight has been teased and exaggerated on TV, but the reality is that Johnson's fight is much bigger financially. WrestleMania sponsorships currently generate over $20 million in revenue, making matches like this much bigger for potential sponsors. There isn't a lot of money for the PPV, but even more money is expected for this match, and the live gates for the show will be the same as what was sold out both nights, but it will be a record for the most people. Will be established anytime watch WWE TV events offline. Additionally, WWE typically sells out both nights of WrestleMania, so expect the live event gates to be similar whether at WrestleMania or Elimination Chamber. This is a significant point. A match between The Rock and Reigns will likely set a new viewership record for a non-linear WWE televised event, further highlighting its importance. Would you like The Rock to return to the ring to face Reigns? Or are you considering another dream match for WrestleMania 40? The final story is about WWE's New Year's SmackDown Revolution delivered a busy night of action that included a main event match featuring LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. The stakes were high as the winner earned a shot at the undisputed Universal title at the January 27th Royal Rumble event. The match itself was exciting, with notable moments, but no one won the match. In the season premiere of the Blue brand, Roman Reigns and Bloodline hit the main event. They defeated LA Knight, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles. Finally, Nick Aldis informed Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns would defend the undisputed Universal title against all three men at the Royal Rumble. Needless to say, Paul Heyman was not happy about it at all. This is quite an announcement and only adds to the excitement as the Royal Rumble approaches. We will have to see how Roman Reigns can escape this huge test for his amazing title reign. What are your thoughts on Roman Reigns beating everyone before the big match? It adds to the excitement. Thanks guys for watching and please subscribe.